series, we go on to more of one best-of-3 at a time. So here we go. I'll lead things off with some introductions over here. I'll start on Team Newbie, the former TI4 champion, starting way up here at the top. Their newest pickup right here, replacing the director Zhao Wei. We got Rabbit. He's playing his, I'd say, one of his more signature heroes in the Bat Rider. Along the bottom, we got Moo playing your Death Prophet. We got Banana playing your Ancient Apparition. We got Mr. Sanshang, he's playing his Rubik. And down at the bottom, we got Hao playing Spectre. I mean, Fogged, I would be honored if you would introduce us to the one and only Na'Vi. Why don't you have at it?
Yeah, sure thing. We got FNG running the Skywrath, and it looks like they're actually trying to set up for an aggressive tri-lane down here. We have Havost, of course, playing the Gyrocopter with his nice little goofy hat. We have Dendi playing the Magnus. We have Vanscore controlling our Wisp. They got a nice ward down, so yeah, it does look like they're trying to opt for that aggressive. And we do have Funnick up on that Queen of Pain solo top for Bat.
Repping different names here. Brooklyn Babe. I don't even know if Funnick's ever even been to Brooklyn, but he's going to head up to the top lane right now after he acquires that sweet bounty rune, and that means that the DD rune's going to be on bottom, and Rubik's going to get a hold of that one. No primary target to throw someone up on the cliff, but oh well. Pulls on back, and you're right, man. It's going to be a try versus try. So a Gyro Wisp Skywrath here to go toe-to-toe with your Rubik, Spectre, and Ancient Apparition. Who's your main right now?
I guess Na'Vi didn't know that the ticket wasn't hosted on this game, so they all have funny names. Because apparently the ticket's not up, so you cannot watch in-game, actually.
I know it came out last minute. Originally we thought there was not going to be any sort of way to watch it in-game, but at the last minute they brought it out. So they might change it up for the next go-around, but for this one, yeah, we'll just kind of have to remember who the hell they are. Is Lev Nikolaevich. I don't even want to try saying his name. That's Havost. And like you said, Funny had Gyrocopter trying to do it out, but for now, they're just kind of spaced all the way back. I guess they feel a little bit threatened here. No Skywrath wants to go for a little additional harassment. I mean, why do you feel about this try versus try? Do you think Newbie pretty much have the upper hand in this one?
I mean, it depends. If I think this Wisp has bottle coming out on the courier pretty soon. Looks like FNG is gonna go pick it up for him or something, and then they could put a little bit of pressure. But I think overall Newbie should be able to win this something, even though they don't have a pull. They're gonna get a little underleveled, but that's quite a lethal roaming support combo.
So along the top, though, we got Funnick on the Queen of Pain. I thought it was going to be Dendi at first, but they decided to switch it over. Going to be going against Rabbit's Bat Rider. It's not very often we get to see a Queen of Pain Bat Rider go head-to-head. I mean, thankfully she does have the blink, but she's doing a little bit extra harassment right now on Rabbit, trying to zone him back. But she's going to fall too easy to some heavy stack damage here, and she's actually pushing him all the way back out of the lane. So I guess one of the benefits of a Bat Rider, though, is if you get zoned out too hard, you can always fall back to the jungle if you'd like. But for now, just not having the easiest time in this off lane.
Yeah, and both sentries actually deployed by Newbie, and they were not able to find that ops ward blocking their pull camp, so Na'Vi's just mostly going to give like a dual experience to this Wisp and Gyro, and Skywrath going to just keep stacking, checking runes, and just running around. So he's going to get his level 2, and I think Na'Vi should be able to win this one as long as they don't get picked completely out of position with the Wisp.
We'll see how it goes. I mean, definitely would love to get Havost as much farm as possible here, and not looking to get zoned out just yet. They do get a small bit of stack work here just between two supports, trying to get some sort of side farm so they don't take it too much away from Spectre, but already with contention here as FNG comes in with that haste and is like, don't think you're going to get anything too easy over here, buddy. I'm just going to go ahead and take this for myself. So trouble times right now on the bottom for Newbie in the meantime. But CS in mid lane, they're actually holding it up rather even. 14-13, 1-1 here on the Magnus DP kind of a lineup, and I would imagine, I don't get to see Denny on this Magnus too much, but he's just kind of planting it for now and taking his harassment bit by bit. But Moo, I would imagine, can just kind of hang it out here, wait a bit, get to her level 6, and if Denny does decide to venture out from this lane when he does get that RP, she might just kind of plant strong and go right for the tower.
Yeah, this top lane is the big winner for Na'Vi here, because Funnick just opted for the 2 points of Shadow Strike, so he's able to just constantly spam it up on this Bat Rider and force him out of lane, since the Bat also went for boots thinking he was going to be versus dual tri lane.
Alright, so Newbie thought they had an ideal setup here as far as early laning phase, but pleasantly surprised that the Queen of Pain as well was not going to be in that mid lane, and that kind of threw him off a bit. Wow, Dendi getting a bit of damage here from Moo. And he doesn't have any charges yet, but there's going to be his fresh bottle, so we'll be able to get it back right here. Got 30 more seconds before the next rune is going to pop up, but pretty quiet game thus far. No one looking to, you know, really venture out from their lanes. No one adding extra pressure on the mid, just kind of taking the harassment they got in their lanes. You know,
this is where it benefits, I feel, Na'Vi a lot in their aggro tri-lane, because they can just tether up the Gyro and just constantly spam Flat Cannon, or tether up the Skywrath while he spams the Arcane Bolts while Wisp gives him mana, and they're just going to pressure that tri-lane so hard with all this AoE damage.
Here we go. It's going to be a 4-minute rune, getting heavily protected top by Noob. It's a regen. The bottom, it's going to be a bounty, so FNG is going to scout that one out and allow Dendy to come over there and grab it up for themselves. And it's going to be a sweet grab here. So still quiet, respect all there. But I agree with you, man. As long as Navi's not getting too threatened here, Vos is having the time of his life, getting aided out by Vanscore right here. And, you know, Newbie are getting bullied back. Best chance right now is in their mid lane with Moo going against Dendy. But last time I checked, winning 2 out of 3 lanes is pretty good.
Yeah, this is really similar to something Alliance used to do, what Navi's doing with this Gyro tri-lane. They just wait till they get a few levels and then just spam you with all their spells to push you out of the lane. And you're under so much harassment, you can't really walk up to get a CS without putting yourself in a jeopardized position.
Yep, and Queen of Pain, of course, by Funix. Got that wand, actually levels up the wand all the way. Happy to take those charges and just hold it out for now. Does have his level 6 here. Could see maybe him pull the trigger on going for bat, but he has to be cautious. Sansheng is lingering back and behind, maybe waiting for an opportunity for Rabbit to bait something out, and then they could try to turn it on him. But they do have to be cautious. He's got 3 stacks on him, and yep, we got a visitor with us, of course, as we were expecting in the lobby. But we'll just kind of truck on through that. Meanwhile, bottom lane, there's your Tether looking going in, and how forced to throw out the dagger, but heavy damage coming out from Havos and brings it down. There it is, Vanscore, the one to pick up the first blood right there, but it is going to be returned. Havos falls shortly after. Can they take Banana as well? They can't, but a 1-for-1 trade. More advantage to Na'Vi to pick up that little bit of extra first blood bonus gold right there, and I guess they'll be happy with that one, as Havos will have to make his return back.
Oh, and Funnick just ulted completely sideways.
Ooh, a bit of a whiff on the side at the top, and Rabbit's not going to get caught by it, and well, decides instead to just Firefly back. So
wow. I don't know if you got a chance to see that one.
No, I didn't. I came up a little bit late watching out the round at the bottom. Gotta show the fight recap.
Yeah,
of course.
Under attack.
Wow, he blinked, screamed on him, and then just ults him and completely whiffs him. Tilted just left, just didn't even hit him at all.
All right, now
it's really unfortunate for him. But I was gonna say that this Rubik rotation was actually pretty decent going top in case Funnick plays over aggressive like that and they get a kill. But at the same time, while he rotates top, they went aggressive on bottom, and if he had been there, they actually would have probably been able to kill the Gyro while saving How. So a bit of an unfortunate rotation there for the Rubik, played by Sunshine.
Yeah, a bit of time out there wasted. And probably once they got the gist that he was on this bottom lane, that's when they decided to really make a go here. And right now they're still cautiously weighing it out, and they're pinging it out like they kind of want to make a go here. Skywrath looking to move on forward. Ooh, they wanted it. They wanted to make something happen, but not going to be so easy. They do have this obs here right on the side, but they can see if there's going to be some sort of rotation to come, so they're not going to be caught out too easily. But very timid gameplay, I'd say, from both teams. Only 1-for-1 here at about 7 minutes in. They're definitely playing it safe, but as we do go into the later game, like, who would you imagine has a benefit? Is it Death Prophet, if you can manage to get up some farm and being able to take objectives, or do you just really like this Gyrocopter and RP kind of a combo that they can bring out on the side of Na'Vi?
I mean, just taking a look at the mid lane, Stingy might be getting gone on here. They're going to use the RP. Oh, they do. He even turns. Yeah, very nice play by Dendy.
Easy rip down.
So I just overall have to benefit Na'Vi because, I mean, if you just look at the creep score, they're winning on all 3 of their cores, as well as the fact that the Skywrath has been stacking Ancients this entire time on the bottom side for the Gyro. So he's going to just be able to benefit from that extremely.
Yep, he'll get to move back as he's built up a little more damage. Looks like he's already got his Bassi. Going to build that forward into his inner Aquila, and then move on from there. Well, for the side of Newbie, they do have the benefit of their pull camp back, it looks like. They're just going to make do with what they can. And Hao is struggling a little bit, has his bracers, trying to get into that early drum spec kind of build. It is Death Prophet, though, who is ahead for a CS. It's 50-5, but is forced to pull back from this lane, allowing Denny to get some own farm for himself. But 8 minutes is about to approach, and they're already going towards the top rune here. Funix right there to help aid it out. It's going to be a haste, and Funix with his own bottle here goes right back up to the top lane. And, well, I don't know. I mean, your solo safe lane co-op is not something we always see, but a bottle going to be picked up here for Funix. I imagine just the benefit of getting that extra rune is probably the reasoning for that, I'd imagine.
Bottles are just so nice now. This double rune change is just incredible. And the beauty of being able to do this as a Gyrocopter is actually just marvelous. Like, he's able to just be able to constantly be able to pressure the Spectre in his short lane as a Gyrocopter, because he's just got no fear.
I mean, just uncontested here. They feel unopposed, and they'll wait for any sort of opportunity to move on forward and get something done. And Vanscore just throwing the balls out right now, happy to take any sort of things coming his way. And this shoves Banana all the way back, so they're just constantly on the back foot here. Newbie just not feeling really comfortable in really any of the lanes, even all the way up on the top where, you know, Batrider once was. He's already forfeited that, and he's back in the fountain right now, but he's only got 1,100 gold here. He's still ways off from even getting the head start he'd like on getting a hold of that Blink Dagger, but even then, really, it's going to be tricky. I mean, a Batrider versus a Magnus here, if he doesn't get a hold of Dendy, Dendy's going to be right there to get something done. Dendy's even closer to Blink Dagger than Bat is.
Yeah, now they've got a pull up, down, and bottom, so Banana's actually going to be able to find his 6 at a relatively decent time on this AA since he got the solo XP on the Spectre earlier.
Yeah, getting a hold of Ice Blast here on H is really better sooner than later, especially when a Wisp is on the other team. You just don't want to be dealing with all that heavy durability that Wisp is going to be able to aid out. But Pavos is far forward, happy to go toe-to-toe, and it's Vanscore lingering back in the behind in case things do get a bit sticky for him. So he's just getting what he wants here. 60-11 is CS in an off-lane aggressive triangle lane. That's very, very nice. So he pulls it all the way back here and he's going to continue to work with it. Vanscore links on in, and they're just happy-go-lucky right now, but it's up by the Secret Shop. They're making it go here. Funnick, ooh, narrow situation there. Gets out, doesn't get silenced up, and is able to blink away from that one. Even the Haunt to come out, but that haste rune. And Funnick's like, see you later. Runs right away from that, so unfortunately for Newbie, Funnick slips right between, but he's turned the corner right back. Sonic Scream gonna be thrown out. Move. Oh, whoa, 15 damage after the Nova Blast coming out from Dendy, but Move able to just barely save the way from that one and bottle up, so really close swings from both teams. And Death Prophet, it's going to wait it out right here and get the extra bit of health from her Exorcism, but that was a bit scary. A little too close for comfort for both teams.
Havos went for a call down on the Spectre bottom, but Spectre was able to dagger and run away. He was quite alright. And now Gyro just able to pressure this tier 1 short lane tower.
I really appreciate that you're keeping an eye on these other
Radiant's
lanes.
bottom tower is under attack.
Get caught out with some of these fights. I really don't know what the hell's happening elsewhere. Like this, top lane, they're currently having a tiff right here, and Rubik was in a brief bit of trouble, but was happy to TP out and narrowly escaped right there as Skywrath made the rotation all the way up. So
FNG just lost vision of him when he shot his concussive shot. So I think I just started TPing right away, and if the concussive shot hit, I think they would have actually got the kill.
Well, so that's like the 3rd or 4th time now for both teams that they've thrown all out there, but just narrowly escaped from the other team. So it's getting pretty close here, but still only 3 kills in. About a little over 11 minutes. I guess we can show up the graph here for the first time. You see Navi's a little ahead, 2.5k for him. Only 1k as far as XP goes, so still relatively quiet. But I would imagine here, as everyone gets to their level 6 point and has the benefit of all their ultimates, we could see some fireworks come down here relatively soon here.
Yeah, Pavos just going to his neutrals and clearing a giant neutral stack.
Look at that. Yummy, yummy in my tummy as he takes it all in.
He actually did something really interesting. He pulled the creeps back to the left, and then he called down on top of them, so he got vision of the left camp as well, so he could flak both at the same time.
Fancy stuff. Look for that on your Navi YouTube video, I guess, in the near future as they pull up their Dota secrets, I guess. But they're making it work for now, and now Vanscore nearby to just give him all that health and back so we can continue a farm. And he still has those ancient stacks to work with as well, so Health the farm going to be coming his way in the near future. Looks like he's going right forward and getting hold of, I would imagine, a reliable Yasha to hold on to for now, but not going with the, maybe the old reliable Helm of the Dominator kind of a build. Maybe saving that for a future date, but I guess for now he's getting what he wants done.
He just wants to run fast.
Hell yeah. It's all about, baby.
And AA does find his level 6 now. So they do have the Spectre ulti plus the AA global potential.
The Larry Bird, I like to say, is active right now as he tries to shoot those jumpers.
And the Blink Batrider actually at the same time. So they have potential of getting some kills. They smoke up the Rubik.
This is just like, you know, I got the Blink, I'm going to smoke up because they don't know I got that Blink, and I want to get a quick kill with it. So right now he's waiting out here in mid lane, see if he can get a hold of Dendy, but we do have FNG nearby. There's the jump, and he's going to pull the trap first. Catch Nova, slams him on back towards the tower right now. That's a quick rip down. Rubik's going to fall and move. Desperately tries to get away, and man, just when you think Newbie is going to make a jump on Navi there first. They do lose the Skywrath, but it's a double kill actually for Hao. Now Havos trying to get away. He gets cold feeted up, trying to run up to the north right now. And there's your quick return of the Death Prophet here, and he's not going to catch with the Crypt Swarm. And there's that extra move speed, I guess, going to work. He does fly promptly away here and trying to get out. There's your fight recap here, but action not done just yet. As you can see, they're looking to retreat right back, and Funnick's in the mix. He gets silenced up, he eats out the Crypt Swarm, about down to half life, and still on the retreat. So 5-3 your new score, and at the cost of a buyback there for Death Prophet to come back in, it's relocate here. How? Not be trouble. Here comes Havos back from the fight before. Look at him, but he runs right through the trees, and Rubik actually falls to a neutral creep. But it is Havos going on to a killing spree, able to rip apart Banana, and they want more. Navi quickly disperse elsewhere. They go ahead and they have sights here on the bottom lane, a very low Hao. ducking and diving behind the trees, but still Moo with that second exorcism now. Oh, the long dagger, and able to rip down the Skywrath Mage. And what was a quiet start, Fog? This one has certainly escalated rather quickly here from both teams.
Quiet start into 5-man middle at 12 minutes.
It was just a hot mess.
No, I think Quite Fun might have. I think Phonic actually might have whiffed that quad bolt again that team fight, but it didn't really seem like many people were there. And now they're trying to engage on top, but the last one was not
in range, I guess. Yeah. So they're not going to make the latch, and the sweet kid have to bring it back right now. But they're looking to go, and then no team is really letting up. At what was once a very quiet time, they want more. Call down's available here, and Havosa's just, look at that speed. The tether and with the Yasha, he's just going to get in the fight right away, and that's Havos style if I've ever seen it. Jumping forward, get out the screen, get out the poison. They're going to run Rabbit right into the trees right here, but meanwhile, it's Havos to rip down the Ancient Aberration. Rabbit's going to fall next, and will. Now Moo on the retreat, try to get away from Havos right there, dealing out the extra damage, but it ends up being a 2-for-0 right here for Na'Vi, diving well past the tower. Aggressive as always. This is like
Radiant's
the Na'Vi of old plan is very aggressive, and I have to say, I think they're really liking how this patch is working for them thus far, as their aggressive playstyle seems to be working pretty nicely.
Yeah, Havos is getting insanely farmed. He's gonna be dangerously close to his BKB already, and he hasn't even cleared an ancient stack yet that we were mentioning.
And now picks up the tower kill as well. This is getting very, very sweet for him. He's already got the recipe and the hammer here. 594 gold. He pretty much has to clear out this wood set right here. He'll have that blue club ready to go, and a BKB will allow him to be even more confident than he's been already. So very nice stuff for him. For Newbie though, what do you imagine the game plan is going to be here? I mean, Death Prophet's been using Exorcism more as trying to engage with in this heavy fight. Jump forward. There's your latch. It's going to go on Denny. Denny looking to pull back in to get the Ice Blast. They can. They lift him up, down. Sonic integration into zone attack. No. Denny ends up falling. Relocate in. Havos jumps on in, gets his mega kill. Quickly rips apart, and it ends up being a 2-for-1 after Newbie get a prime initiation there with your Batrider. There's just nothing is safe for him if they're just going to get relocated on like that and allow the Gyrocopter to rip apart. Oh, God. Phonic jumps on through, catches up the Ancient Aberration. Is like, no one is safe. No one. So, oh, man. Na'Vi looking pretty sharp right here. And I think many would imagine that Newbie were going to be the favorites. I believe it was 54-46 odds, but a slight edge for Newbie.
Yeah. And the cores of Na'Vi are just getting too farmed now. I think Havos has his BKB finished up on the courier, and he does. And he still has those ancients. But thankfully for Newbie, in the last two engagements, Howe survived, and I think he picked up, I think 2 kills in the first one and a couple assists in the second one. So he's got his phase, he's got his drum, and he's got a vitality. So he's quite tanky. He's got his dispersion level 2 now as well. Not too bad for him.
So what do you think he's reserving this vitality booster for? Is he actually considering a later Vanguard, or is he just holding it as a reliable extra boost and then maybe the Crimson Guard? It's been intriguing, but I guess he just needs the extra bit of survivability.
Radiant's bottom tower.
We have some nice.
Yeah, I know.
I
told them there's coaches in the slots, but they didn't want to acknowledge it. But it is what it is.
Looks like Phonic's enjoying it.
It doesn't matter. So we'll just hope for the best here, and regardless, it's all Na'Vi. Of course, they're going to be happy as they're leading off the front here in this early game. It's 17 minutes in, 5-12 here. Dendy's ready to go. He's got the RB, but their ship's not
I do
back.
think that could be it could be a Vanguard, or it could just be a casual vitality booster into these Radiants. Maybe he's just gonna go for the Crimson Guard to block some flax or something. But
ideally, though, as a Spectre, you would have loved to have the benefit of getting all that farm and getting hold of an early Radiance. They're jumping in. The Iceman coming, then the Iceman get his ass beat. He falls down to the ground right there. It was an easy support takedown there for Na'Vi, benefiting off that sweet smoke gank. They're also looking to add a little pressure here on the top, but same goes for Newbie. They're making a long rotation with their own smoke. Rabbit's leading at the front here. He's got the blink, he's got the ready to go. He's flying in above. Can he catch out? Oh, he got the blink. Look at the pull back. They really well with that hunt. But Roland pops to BKB. He's trying to zone him back. Vanthor is not going to be lucky for some how commits to this one right now. Trying to get away, and there's your DP. Throwing up the Exorcism. Self-fuels to temporarily save himself. Denny has to pull back, but Vos is not. Vos is going to go in there and get the job done. Now concussive shot looking to go out. How's going to pick up? Nope, that's my bounty. Skewers him all the way back. Now How trying to get away. He might get slammed down. Oh no, the whiffed RP. Dendy's not going to get it. But regardless, does take down the Rubik. Dendy ends up falling, and How that picks up that kill with the long ball dagger right there. 2 for 2 it looks like for now here. And they do shuffle back. But they still want more. It's a very slow and painful death there for your Skywrath Mage as Rabbit flies over from above and just burns down the chicken man. And They roll him back, so ends up being a 3-for-2. Slight
The effort was there by Dendy. He tried to hit both of them, I think, with that RP.
Yeah.
But they were both far away from each other.
The AoE just a hair off from getting maybe should have been a little more selfish on committing on the one. Preferably, I would imagine how, but it seemed like the rest of them just trying to get the easy trigger right there. But it ended up costing him. It literally ended up coming back to bite him on the ass as it was Hao who threw the dagger over and ended up
banana
getting
mid. Alright, Funnick didn't see him. Didn't want to go for the dive. Funnick also picking up his own BKB now.
This is good. This prevents a lot of that extra damage, though. AA's ult does persist through BKB. You won't be taking that extra bit of damage, so for now, just kind of opting to stay back and also getting help from that Crypt Swarm and doesn't want to get the Yules or the Silence or what have you, so he'll be very happy, because otherwise if he gets caught out with that Yules, then he's just going to get followed up with the Silence. So, he shifts on here to the bottom lane right now. Dendy's down here. He's got 35 more seconds for RP, but he's loving his zone back to Hao right now. Hao is now forced to stay back and commit. It looks like now he's trying to save up. He's got 1,700 gold in the bank. This could be the early makings for that Radiance.
Yeah, probably. I mean, he bought that Vitality Booster and ended up living with about, I don't know, 13 or 15 life or something, so Vitality Booster worth it.
Yep. Now shifting back, it's about time. They actually took down. I don't know if that was the Ancients. He even pulls up the all caps right here. The serious all caps to don't feed the trolls, bros. You gotta know this one. Now he goes right into the very cramped up Roche pit here, and they're committing for this one with the extra bit of damage. And well, it's got a Demon Edge, so I imagine it's gonna go right for that MKB.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, and it'll be pretty hard for them to contest this Roshan. I mean, they can send an AA ult and a Spectre ult, but they seem to be.
They traded tower, but I don't think they're too worried about that. They know that they got the heavy commitment here. It doesn't look like Newbie or thinking about contesting it. He hasn't even thrown the ice ball in there. Up there, just as I see it. From downtown, there's the catch, there's the haunt. They're seeing them catch anyone. It is Havos who got hit by that ice blast, but he pulls back and, well, obviously there's going to be no commitment from Hao. So Na'Vi, step away.
They all just stuck together. So they don't get any extra Desolate damage as well. So it's very smart maneuver for them.
Looking on par here, and there's your Roche takedown. There it is. Yeah, a little delayed as he got bashed up, but there's your Aegis. The extra life going to be in the hands of Havos here, so he's going to be a little extra overconfident. I love it, man. This is a bit of Dota nostalgia thing to see Havos just kind of go ham on this Gyrocopter.
Yeah, that's one hero that he always, I feel like every time I see him play, he gets the farm on it.
Yeah, your Havos, your Weavers, any hero you can just kind of go into the fray.
We're just gonna call Havos, I guess.
Your Havos, you can pick up his Havos, you know. Maybe a Havos in the next game. Hopefully they don't draft the Havos, because if they ban Havos, it'll be bad. Anyway, they pull back now and kind of find their own side farm here on the bottom. And I mean, for Newbie to finally take one tower, and they have a DP on their team, this kind of goes to show that maybe not having the easiest time right now. And it's level 2, and top lane, they're doing a bit of a side push up here, but I think the ball's in Na'Vi's court for now, and they feel pretty confident in this one.
Yeah, he's got an MKB now. So MKB, BKB, Yasha, and FaZe. And now they're porting up top. Moo might actually get put down.
Oh! Last second! No one is safe as they get the relocate in, and it's Havos to say, DP, shut the hell up.
That was a perfectly timed relocate. Any, like, even 0.1 later, he might not have done that kill.
From a man who plays a lot of Wisp, that's a nice little compliment. Here we go bottom though, he's right back to the fight. Throws down call down here, doesn't quite connect on Hao, but it's enough to scare him in the meantime. And Vanscore.
It's probably because I'm quite bad at porting, so that was a really nice port by him.
Well, then take some notes then, I guess, Bob. That'll be probably all right.
I got it, man. I got it.
It's all good. So though, Vanscore has been just buddy system here with Vanscore, not going to allow them, or with Havos rather, not going to allow him to get caught up too easy. You know, Sanshang's got to be careful. He's flirting with Dendy up here. And you don't want to be flirting with the Magnus, who's constantly got some power up and ready to go. Now with RP ready and available here, they're going to add pressure on this tower. And even if Batrider wanted to jump in and get a lasso, it's not going to be an easy grab, because if you grab anyone outside of Dendy, you're just going to be looking at an RP to the mouth. So this is going to be finicky here for Newbie if you want to engage. I mean, if you're in the position of Newbie, what's your best bet in trying to take Na'Vi out?
I'm not really too sure what they should do here. Like, it's just really difficult because they want this Batrider to be trying to grab people and pulling them in, but they're unable to defend even their tier 2 towers at this point, when they have nobody even split pushing any of the other lanes. So they had all the 5 heroes down in this bottom lane trying to defend this tower and just were unable to really do anything. So it's just a... Oh, they do actually find Dendy.
A lingering Dendy trying to farm. Not the safest bet here. He's trying to make a retreat out, get silenced up, and there's your dagger. Hao looking to go in and clean him here. Can he get away? Does pull up the RP here. he can get a skewer away, he can go, but he doesn't. He ends up falling right now, but BKB, it looks like they want to go for a counter initiation. The Ghost very low, does have agency, does go down here. The Ghost, oh, not going to finish him off with 28 life. He barely escapes away, but the jump in, and they do manage to take him down. Now Babbitt here, weighing out, and desperately TP's out with after the Force Staff, but Na'Vi ended up losing 2 plus the Aegis life. I think they got a little too greedy trying to find some farm, and I think Newbie were just waiting for an opportunity just like that to catch someone, and it worked out for their benefit. Yeah,
Dendy farming there was, and that ward being placed out, just catching Dendy there was absolutely perfect. That's what they needed to start getting a slight comeback. And now Hao is able to pick up his relic, and he's on his way toward his Radiance.
Yep. It's going to be just a hair later, but considering he'd gotten the drums and the reliable vitality booster ahead of time, I don't think it's too terrible. And now things get a little nerve-wracking here if you're one of these supports here on the side of Na'Vi. You'll be worrisome a bit about these pawns coming in and bringing you back down to like next to nothing even after one. So now they're going to add some pressure here on the mid lane. There's your Rocket. Both not one to usually level up Rocket too early here, as it even if it did receive a recent buff. 500 damage at level 4. I love that. I love the thing. I don't know. I like playing a support Gyrocopter and just constantly throwing out there, zoning out your opposing lane partner. It's kind of annoying.
It can be annoying. I usually see Ghost actually go for the stat build instead of really leveling the missile, but this new missile, it actually does a ridiculous amount of damage on a
Well, look how many hits it takes. They barely get it down with 3 people in a tower, so...
If you hit support with that, it's half his HP with a max level missile.
And you can forget about it. You could be trying to charge something up or get something, you know, ready to go, and a missile comes and clocks you right in the noggin, and, you know, that diverted. So, for now, opting to stay back. Newbie thinking that maybe Na'Vi are going to add some extra pressure on this mid lane, but that's not going to be the case. They disperse elsewhere. You got 3 committed up here on the top. There's your bottom. Let's look at the net graph. It's looking all Na'Vi right now, as it's about 10k still in their favor. XP about 5k. Newbie, though, not out of this one just yet. Have plenty to fall back on here with your Death Prophet. Leveling up, getting near 15. Once at 16, now it's at level 3 Exorcism. Now picking up a DD rune. And goes back to only getting better and better as the time goes on. Now farming up a sweet little double stack here that's was benefited, I'm sure, from his support aids, and even the Ice Blast is going to continue to get better. He's nowhere near trying to get anything luxurious like an Agnum Scepter, but still, we were talking about in the draft, even just landing this most simplistic level 1 Ice Blast is going to hinder the Wisp dramatically.
Yeah. And now I think this is the first time that Death Prophet actually passed Dendy in net worth, so he's doing really well for himself, and he's getting close to his BKB. If he doesn't, actually he has it already coming out on the courier.
Yep,
that'll be nice.
They shuffle on forward here, and you know, we'll see. It's going to be relatively quiet now. There it was all Na'Vi on full blitzkrieg here on trying to get these fights going. There's your BKB now complete on your Death Prophet, so a little sweet survivability to work with. This is nice.
Looks like Na'Vi might be okay with just slowing down the tempo of the game just a little bit. We see Host pick up a Dominator. He's able to just farm a lane while using his creep to stack while his support stack elsewhere, or do whatever they need to do elsewhere.
Need to get a little bit extra life here. I mean, 853 on Skywrath at this point. You know, it's got to be a little troublesome here. I know Skywrath's weak enough as it is, but you're going to need a little extra meat on the bones if you want to be getting into some of these skirmishes, so...
Yeah, it doesn't really. It looks like they just opted to skip the mech build as well on Na'Vi because of this AA blast. They don't even think it's worth getting it on the Wisp, and he looks like he's going to be building either a BKB or a Heaven's Halberd up on this Wisp.
Heaven's Halberd, yeah, it can work out relatively nice if you do manage to point out the Spectre, but even then, it's not like you're going to have a primary target for it, so... Yeah, just you can get a little bit
getting on, relocate being casted, look at the tether. He does not.
Oof. Not going to happen. So now Wisp actually gets Yule's up right now, and he has to opt tether all the way back right now.
He's going to get brought back.
Yeah, this is going to be rough here. They quickly sweep out the tower pretty easily. Vanscore, oh my god, can I get away from this? The Urn, the Crypt Swarm, boom! Blows up the ball, and he ends up getting ripped down. So Vost and Vanscore end up getting taken down rather easily there in that quick engagement mid lane. So what looked like a rough early laning phase for Newbie, they are clawing themselves back into this one a lot quicker than we would imagine. Na'Vi are gonna start sweating a little bit right here. I don't want to be giving up too much like that, so hopefully they're gonna start playing it a little bit extra safe. But for Newbie, it's looking nice. How down here with that Radiance already complete, it's already got 1,700 gold. This Spectre is gonna begin farming, and I don't know, man. What do you think on paper? Spectre going against a farm Gyrocopter.
This
Who do you got?
It's starting to lean. I don't know. It's still in favor of Navi, but I feel like it's really starting to take its toll. I think it's worth on for Newbie because Spectre, once he ults, Mag can't really blink unless he's like, I don't know, he really can't, he just can't blink. So he's not gonna be. He has to initiate with this RP right away without before Spectre gets the LDO or if the A blast hits them. So I mean, it's looking pretty scary for Navi in my opinion. They're gonna have to start guiding some really nice spell usage and just kill the Death Prophet instantly.
They're moving forward. Their smoke's gonna be popped. They know someone's nearby. They just missed out How right there, and this is obvious chance here for Dendi to try to jump in and get a good RP to lead things off. This would be a big turnaround if they can get that jump. But
middle tower is under attack.
How does wait it out a bit longer? He's got 20 seconds. He gets that
middle
haunt,
tower
pops
has
it. They can look to
fallen.
make a turn, but
Dire's top
they
tower
do manage to
is under
finally
attack.
take down the tower. Oh man, they pull back so they don't find an opportunity. They just missed a small window to grab How there near the small camp, but they're not going to get it. They jump back and Roche is already back up. Small timer for him. And they go right to the pit, and if Newbie knows what's happening, they can just get one swift ice blast in, followed up with a hunt, and things can get ugly real quick, but they're trying to bring it down as fast as possible. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm just trying to check something for you.
Yeah, look at this. Roche is going to fall really quickly here. Uncontested. There's your Ice Blast to fall at the end. Good check on a haunt here. They do. Oh, it gets picked up and taken down from the Dire side, though. Van score extremely low. Just one Ice Blast and a haunt. Might take him down here. He is extremely low. 216. Oh, the dagger to fly out as well. But they do manage to slip away here. All of Navi, though, how low and weak they are. They cannot go for a re-engagement, otherwise...
Oh, the RP!
They are, though. RP, they catch Hal, the prize possession, followed up with a drop in right now. They managed to take down Hal and the Rubik.
That's
And
so
only
worth it. They got the streak
oh,
as
yeah.
well.
Big bounty coming their way. Actually, went in the pocket of the most as well.
He's gonna have Satanic.
PK. Holy, he is farmed out of his mind, but now Banana. Oh, it's New Raptor going to jump in, gets the nice lasso back right there. There's your Aegis already be popping. They do take down Funny. They want to go for the most as well. Bo's trying to get it done with the flat cannon. Oh my god, the pause. Right at the last second due to lag issues.
Okay, right now, while we're in the lag, I think you can click the top left arrow, and you can go to the lobby in the game, and you can ignore player tool.
Lobby in the game. Tool.
On the sidebar, you should go to the left clicking.
Ignore.
Yeah,
There we go. Sorry, everyone. Tool is now dealt with. I put him back in his shed. He can go back to his basement and, you know, live his days where he belongs under a bridge. But for now, pause. It pretty much was the dramatic times here. Look how weak Rabbit is. 53 life. He might not be able to escape. One more lingering flat cannon attack will take him down, but Havos is also more likely going to fall here.
Yeah, I actually thought that I was going to see Van score TP him out, but it looked like they wanted to try to back him up somehow.
Alright, so we'll see. It's a very unfortunate time to get a bit of a lag spike here. They are playing in the LAN center, but is that another person I'm going to have to... Okay, hold on. I really wish they took my advice and said, hey, can you make sure you check and remove all those extra people, please? That person there. And oh god, the fight's starting. I have to ignore these people. Oh, they do manage to take down Havos there. It's a double kill. Sorry about the late return, but I think that was a little more valuable to get rid of those pesky little kids. And,
it was
here
just
we go.
obvious what happened. I mean, he just put a freezing field down, and the exorcism just cleaned him up. And now, wow, huge swing if you want to take a look at the net worth and the XP. That's level 18 DP now, and he's tanky. He's gonna have a Shivas or a Heart relatively soon.
Yeah, he's halfway between two of them. Make up your mind there, Moo. Jesus Christ, Vitality Booster and a Plate Mail, both reliable. They're definitely working for his benefit for now, but 2.7k meant to one or the other. And Death Prophet definitely has a lot to offer as the game does progress here, so still problems here for Navi as you see the graph beginning to swing right back up here at what was, it was once 12k gold lead for Navi. Everything they could have wanted, early pickoffs, plenty of creeps to farm on the side, a free Roche early on, and everything was just coming up roses. But now for Newbie, the crafty veterans, DI4 champions, they're cool, calm, and collect here. They know how to keep it together, and they're definitely working it very nicely here. They're picking the right fights, they're catching fights on the way out, and it's looking pretty good for them right now. And well, now with Rabbit here, with his gem, BKB online, just looking to try to take map control back right here, as Na'Vi are just going to try to contest and get their own side farm in their own side.
And even though Funix actually having a pretty decent game, even though he's whipped a couple of his ultimates, I'm not really feeling too much of the impact of his Queen of Pain.
Yeah.
He's going to be getting his Hex quite soon, which is going to be nice, of course, but overall, just I'm not really feeling what this hero's purpose in this lineup really is, other than just winning the lane.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, besides totally knocking out Batrider early in the game, at this point on, though, as DP builds up a wealth of life, you got a couple of BKBs there on your Batrider, and you're on your DP. I mean, really, what's the Queen of Pain going to bring to the table here besides, you know, a few extra spells and clearing out some creeps and maybe doing some damage on the supports. Now, we have seen other times where Queen of Pain later in the game have a wealth of farm to work with from an early snowball that you can begin to build right-click. I mean, remember in this recent patch, your base attack was taken down a bit. Well, she already had a fantastic base attack, but they even made it better. But he's not at that point. I mean, he's got the BKB skill at 9 seconds. Jump in, coming up with Banana, though. Grabbing Symphonic. They're looking to burst him down rather quickly, but a nice brief relocate brings him back. But Havos leading house right here, getting charged out, and very nice work from Vanguard and Aid. And now they also take the Rubik. They're on the hum right now. How trying to get away, and it's a homing missile. On the
it's gonna get him.
Chase him down. That is, and Denny
maxed
right there behind, and it's on the hunt here, desperately
two
trying
of them.
to run over the high
Another
ground,
one.
get away from this one. Yo, they need more movement power. They can't get there.
There's another one gone.
They can get it. It's like a highway pursuit. Meanwhile, Funding cleans out the rest. Can they get 5?
Wow.
They can get 5.
That was a
Very
huge
nice
team
play.
fight.
Yeah, that was. That saved there to get Funnick out at the end from Vanscore, and then just a convenient Havos drop in, slam down, just all that huge AoE damage just ripped apart like their Death Prophet before they can even get true potential with that Exorcist and Navi, though. Right as we were getting ready to start doubting them, just do something like that. They're right back in this game.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the way Navi needs to get these team fights. If somebody gets lassoed, either it's the Gyro or the Quap, the Whispers needs to pull the fight into a different location so Dandy's able to set up a decent RP. And he was there. He actually caught both of the supports. Rubik was unable to do anything in that fight at all. And just died instantly. And now, Rubik might actually die here if they don't kill this missile.
Help him. Hit it. He's trying to TP. Oh no.
He's good. He's good to go. That's really close.
That would have been cheesy right there if he managed to get it. But there it
are
goes, man.
fortified.
That rocket though. No funny business. If you get catching on support, they have to really second guess what the hell they're going to do. And this is going to be an easy tier 2 cleanup as well to follow that. So now the grab going right back towards Navi's favor right there. Both well in the front as far as net worth at 221K. DP behind him. Oh, look at this. Convenient double stack just for me. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. You'll take that and walk right away here. So now big things happening for Navi as they jump back and formulate a new game plan to hopefully try to maybe move on to breaking high ground here and attacking the newbie base.
It's just insane how much damage this Gyro's doing with only one real damage item. I mean, sure, he's got Yasha, which I guess is a damage item, but he's hitting for over 300 per hit, even with BKB on can lose in power.
And now he has 3K. So what do you invest in next? The Butterfly from here on out to just bring in some extra attack speed, a little bit extra funky evasion to work with?
I mean, Butterfly doesn't really work on ghosts, and yeah, I mean, probably, unless it's a, you know, some Ghost Rapiers. He's still kind of squishy. He's only got 1900 HP.
Yeah, even with a Satanic, he's not very strong. This guy needs to get to the gym and lift up a little bit more here if he wants to really make it happen. You can see that when the pressure's on him, he doesn't really, he can't really stand that long, but when they try to make a go at someone else, like jumping on Funnick right there, and Havos is able to swoop on in there and just kind of put out all sorts of heavy deeps. So we'll see what it's meant to go. Maybe more aggressive with the damage, or like you said, more survivability could also be an option. So we'll have to see. Pulls back here on out and continuously to farm up here, nearly pushing 4K. You know, it's getting me a little excited. He's holding a lot of gold. I would imagine some of it on reserve buyback just in case, but Rapier.
Yeah, I mean, he could build this Yasha into a Manta, but that's always awkward, getting a Manta versus this much AoE as well.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, it lets you, like, get that split second when you switch targeting, but overall the item is, it's okay at best.
But, you know, for now, it's Itao who's going to try to still be the dark horse for this newbie team here, as he's pretty much not developed anything new, unless there's something hiding.
Did you see that BKB just picked up by Spectre? Haven't seen that in a long time, if ever.
BKB. Yeah, it's 10 seconds. That's why I wasn't even assuming anything was new, because it's just, that's a BKB. I guess they really don't like Funnick. They don't really care for Funnick, I guess. They just don't like the fact that she's putting out, but there's your jump in. Now they want to go for the vote.
Let's see if he gets it,
and he slammed out the damage before he's bursted down. Sonic Wave to fly out. They do manage to take out 3 and an immediate jump back from Newbie in this fight. Just after Navi were on top, and now it's Dendy on the run. Oh man, he does manage to slip away there with that blank, and Huge turn back there from Newbie. That's the person you want to lasso and kidnap. And
that was incredibly well played by the Batrider. Most Batriders actually try to do this, but don't end up getting it off. He lassoed him, pulled him back, and then flame braked. Meanwhile, RP made on solo Rubik. Got taken out, but the flame break actually broke the tether while it was pulling the boats down. So it canceled the relocate.
Yeah, he tried to go relocate, but unfortunately it was just... With a force staff as well, though, it's a bit tricky. You can't get that tether happening too early. Other than he gets pulled back so far, it's going to snap, and then you're a bit awkward position there, and this will get located back by himself. But a lot of pressure here. There's a lot of pressure here on Vanscore to try to save his ally in need, and for Havost, if he wants to lead out the front of a charge or some sort of death ball push, he risks getting caught out like that, and allows the opportunity for Newbie to sweep on in and get a huge team fight like that. As they try to catch back up here, 18-24. Now we're swinging slightly back in their favor, but still, it's going to show that Na'Vi are not that far ahead, and it's still anyone's game.
It's the power of the jump, like the Batrider getting him, and then they throw the Ice Blaster on the Gyro. Even if he BKBs, he can't use his attack to heal up. He just sits there and he's like, ah, crap. I'm in a horrible place. I'm just deal as much damage as I can, and he just gets bursted by the Exorcism with the Ice Blaster on him.
Very, very rough, and can't help but feel like if Na'Vi did do that ban on the Ancient Apparition at the end, things would have been a little bit easier for him as far as getting that true regen in. So now, though, it's Roche number 3 as they move on to the cramped pit, and we'll see. There's your early Ice Blast, so they know it's happening, and we'll see if they can go for some sort of contention.
He did opt for the Manta style on his Gyro now.
Yep, there it is. It's in his stash here, and they're actually second-guessing this. They better either commit or not right now because they're smoked up, and Rabbit wants to jump in. He's actually going to jump in and go for Tendi. So, with that said, they're not going to look to save him from the tether. Instead, they're going to just go toe-to-toe here. But Rose jumps in and rip apart Hal. So maybe not the best person they could go on, and they're going to quickly bring it back. Now, looking to sweep out and clear out the rest of the support from here, but it might not be Hal. And Hunt in. Vanscore very, very low. Same with Pavos right now, and that Exorcism is cleaning house. And Hal with the buyback gets the triple kill. Newbie. What looked like a shaky initiation right there. Just took one swift buyback, and probably one of the best investments they made all game. Managing to clear out that fight, and also going to clear out erosion in their favor. Wow, that was a big dramatic turn. And a She's also going to be in the hand here for Spectre, and it's going to be your Death Prophet who picks the Aegis.
I feel like this AA is doing so much work. I feel like this needs to be banned. They can't heal up. I mean, I don't know, just the overall presence of these heroes. Dendy's having an impossible time finding RPs because of the Spectre Haunt. And then if he gets hit by an Ice Blast as well, it's just even longer that he can't do anything. And then Gyro getting hit by it, can't get healed. His Satanic, he hasn't been able to use it yet this entire game, I don't think.
So it's a valiant effort here from Na'Vi with their lineup. It's starting to really, they're jumping on through. But just comes back and immediately they kidnap him out from the base. Desperately trying to save Vanscore, gets caught up with the Yules. Oh, Havos goes down, 98 seconds, no buyback. Oh no, this is going to get ugly real quick. Newbie clear up that tier 2 and they can go right for high ground now. Havos is down. He's not going to be available here to bring out the extra bit of damage. Now they don't have the Exorcism to work with, but they could definitely do some work here on the high ground.
It's too much damage on Newbie's team fight now. I don't think Na'Vi can do anything at this point. The Exorcism with the amount of items that this Death Prophet has, he's unkillable. And then they just have all these incredible heroes in the back as well. I think it's too much for Na'Vi to deal with.
It's starting to look like Newbie just really have a very technical draft. They had pretty much an answer for what Na'Vi wanted to do. And like you said, the initiation factor of his Magnus is crippled dramatically because of the Spectre. The tether, the healing ability from the Wisp is extremely crippled from your Ancient Apparition. Your Death Prophet being your foundation, able to hold strong and just rip everything apart.
Yeah, like the Exorcism going off with the only Lucis RP. Nice lift before the BKB goes off.
Oh man, that just hinders him slowly. He gets a nice RP on 2, he's got a refresher. Double RP on that to come, but still, look how much effort they have to put in here to even take down Banana. They shift Banana back. Moo is like he got tickled that whole fight. Yeah, try to bring it, my friend. I'll just pull out this Exorcism, and as we start to bring you down dramatically here, we're just going to clean up the rest of your base, and it's quickly looking like now that Na'Vi are going to lose this game 1 in this best of 3.
Yeah, this DP is still just a hero not to be underestimated at all.
Even though the ulti cooldown in a draft, I'd say.
Yeah, even though the ulti got like increased duration, if it's used properly, it's exactly the same thing. It still does a ludicrous amount of damage. And you just, I mean, the hero's just so mobile, you can't really catch her. Now, at this point, she's so tanky. With the Ice Vortexes down as well, it just slows everybody down. And she's able to just basically kill everybody.
Yeah,
And
don't even try to make it go.
Oh, they get the A at least.
Yeah, they get a little support, but the problem is the amount of effort they put out there, and they couldn't really get anything on this Death Prophet. It's heartbreaking here for Na'Vi as they see their bomb of their base get quickly taken down. And well, they're still in it for now, and they might have to consider going for an all or nothing. It's not like Havos has the farm to do an all or nothing rapier kind of a play. I don't know if he's going to dramatically try to farm up one here, but it's going to take a whole lot to try to bring this one back because Newbie have just quickly escalated back to this one. You see the net worth is at even now, Fogged, at what was once a 12K. Is this just this game? This is, I think, so much of this recent patch. I don't know if it's. I know they've been tweaking the numbers. There has just been so much comeback factor in this past week of Dota.
I mean, I think, like I was saying before the game started, I think once it gets to the later game, it's still a little bit weird if you have like big team fight engagements, which is why I was saying I think Mag's quite strong. You can shift the net worth and the XP pretty ridiculously, but to this extent, I don't know if this is just a patch. I think this also just might be Newbie, you know, just having overall a better late game draft. I mean, the Queen of Pain, like you're looking, he's 6-1 and 6. You're like, wow, Funnick's having a great game, but it's just a Queen of Pain. What can he really do versus these cores? I mean, the Bat Rider, once he gets his lasso off, he's done with the fight. He's done his job. And then Spectre and DP just basically have to just click their R buttons. And it's just a disaster for Na'Vi.
Well, it was a very promising early laning phase. Na'Vi, you know, mind you, are winning at easily 2 of the 3 lanes, and then Provos was sweeping in, getting all the kills he could ever want, all the farm he could ask for throughout his jungle, and those constant stacks on the Ancients, building up a very quick and early BKB for himself, and then moving on to that MKB, but that's proving to not be enough at this point in the game. They're getting caught out rather easily, and Rabbit and that Pat Rider just getting strong initiations and all the follow-up they have with all those ultimates. It's just proven to be too much here for Na'Vi now. It looks like Newbie can easily move forward here and try to get an early death ball here down the mid lane, and not have to consider defending. They can try to make a push happen on their own, so they're going to have to buckle back here. It's tier 2 that's going to be eating a lot of pressure. They're probably going to have to hand this one over and then consider defending on the high ground.
And the fact that they want to kill the Spectre and or the DP basically first. So now DP has the Aegis, and Spectre, if you kill him, he just buys back and haunts in. So I don't know. The next team fight is going to be really awkward. I mean, I don't really see how Na'Vi can take it unless they somehow get like a double 5-man army.
And it's either that, it's either you take the risk of trying to make an engagement and you have to take down Death Prophet and Spectre pretty much 2 times each, or you try to make a push happen here on the side. And it's looking like it's going to be the former as they shuffle all the way back here and go right back to their base. Newbie taking all the farm away from Na'Vi's side of the jungle here.
Still very patient though, if you watch the way Newbie plays. They're still just, they're grouping together as 5.
$325,000 for first place. You don't want to be handing anything over easy. If you could sweep the series in a quick 2-0, I'm sure they would love it. The less games you play, you feel more fresh as the tournament progresses on here, but it's a lot of money, so.
Yeah, the Spectre hero, man. Everybody's just picking this Spectre.
And surprisingly, it doesn't have the best record. I mean, but yeah, man, even just the buyback on factor is just such a huge element in these kind of games. But there's your jump in. The Yules throws the post up. Definitely finishing back, but he's silenced up. Tethered, and they do relocate him back. Nice relocate, does temporarily save him, but holding on through his move here, popping up the Shivas. There's your sheep from Funnick. Sonic plays back as they try to take it down. Nice RP follow up. There's 1 life down here. As they try to take down move, they get it done. But, no buyback there. They quickly burst down another. It is going to be out of the fall. Double kill for Havos. No buyback. There's a refresher. Denny looking to push on forward. Has the second RP in reserve there, but not going to be able to catch anyone out. So, well.
The Wisp relocate, like I said before, Wisp relocate's probably one of the only ways they can win, but also the Ice Blast whiffed completely. Because they did it on the point where the Bat Rider was dragging, so that was a really nice relocate by Vanskar. And also, the Aegis expired.
Yeah, I was like, he's going to be coming back. It's gone. No Aegis there. Unfortunate timing there. That went quick. You got to remember, it's only 5 minutes. Not your normal 6 minutes. This recent patch, you can't underestimate how long you're going to have.
All right, now we can blame the patch.
Now we're going to blame the patch. There you go. Jump in, lasso again, and they grab out Havos for the second time. But there's that second RP coming out from Dendy from the refresher, and now they're looking to try to bring down Blue. Blue pops his Shivas to try to slow the lull, but desperately trying to save himself with the Yules. And now Al trying to fight it out right now. Havos going to try to go, bring out heavy damage. They already lose Vanscore, and oh, there's an Ice Blast. This is going to be Havos' end. Quickly gets taken down. There's a gem on the deck, and well, that's it. 2-man takedown. Na'Vi trying to get something. Had they taken them both down right there, it would have been huge for for Na'Vi, but they're not going to get it done. Bummer.
Yeah, they tried. I mean, they tried to bait the Batrider there with the second RP, but who ended up buying back there? It was the Spectre buying back when he had about, what, 30 or 40 seconds remaining. So nice buyback there from Hao. They kind of double baited it, I guess.
Double damage.
So now they pull on through. Got a nice girthy clock here for Roche to even be back into this one. Is Na'Vi have to step back and wait it out. Vos does have a buyback way to go. He has 40 more seconds on his clock. Newbie would love to push forward. If they can bait out the buyback, that'd be a nice little benefit for them. But for now, like you said, playing it safe. Just
yeah, this is
cool.
I think Newbie's just gonna sit. Or he's gonna just sit back and farm. They're not gonna go fight until this Spectre probably has buyback. So we got a nice 4 casual minutes, probably where no one's gonna do too much. Maybe the Batrider will go for some pickoff.
Where are you, son of a gun?
No, they're just running around looking for D-warding and just trying to defend their Spectre until he gets the buyback.
Alright, so they shuffle on through. Having that buyback, maybe even being able to sneak a Roche would be another extra benefit, and having the benefit of all those extra lives would make things easier. That way, if a fight even does go south for them, they can bounce right back, and if they manage to wipe out Na'Vi, or Na'Vi rather, they can take it right back. I don't even have colorblind mode on, you fool!
Don't feed them, man. You're falling for it. So
I can't find his name.
AA picks up his level 16 and his Aghanims now, so that'll be pretty nice for him. Inside of him, we got a jam picked up on Rubik. Yeah, but they're all just gonna go back and farm right now. Havost is looking like, I mean, this could potentially be the Rapier. I mean, he's got 5.4k gold. It's either that or a butterfly at this point.
Here we go. Fallback smoke right here. It looks like Newbie are tired of playing it safe. It's time for them to go on the initiative here. And still no buyback though. Got well over 3 minutes before Spectre even has it available, so I guess they feel pretty confident here. It's Moo to lead out the charge here, going right up and into the base. Grabs well in the head though. Jumps up, grabs Phonic, relocate. Can he save Phonic in time here? He can't. Phonic's going to be pulled all the way back to this one. They're going to try to chase it out, but a bit of an awkward engagement from both sides. And yeah, they're just going to split it up for now. And can't get a hold of Phonic. They can't finish him off, and Vanscore cannot save. So they don't have relocate here for the next fight, and he does end up falling. Man, that AA ultimate is just something else. Vanscore goes down to the Ice Blast nearly alone. Roche is going to be back up, and Na'Vi know this. So they move on through.
Roche picks up ulti orb, so maybe he'll go for Lincoln's to try to block that Batrider lasso, I guess. I don't really know what else it could be. Scotty.
No, I mean, extra stats are nice and all, but yeah, more than likely.
Nice voice, dude. How was that?
It's my troll friend. He's like kind of rubbing off on me, I guess. Anyways,
nice.
Shows on back on through here. You got your Roche back up and available, and well, I'll just get a Scotty. That'd be hilarious. No, they move on in here. They know what's happening here. This is scary. Last time this happened, Newbie were well aware, and they took it back. Perfectly landed Ice Blast. Oh no! 3, jump it. Dendy lassoed up. Exorcism popped. There's 2. With the Wisp already counted, I guess, is your Dendy gonna fall? Well, it's very, very. Oh yeah, he's done for. He does have buyback, same for Dendy, but Newbie easily clean house here, and they move on to the Roche pit. They'll segue in, quickly take him down. I would imagine by this time, yep, it's gonna be only 2 minutes here before Hao has his buyback, so considering the next engagement, he'll have it available. There's your immediate buybacks coming out from both, so I don't know if they're planning on trying to slow them down before they get in, or at least get those buybacks on cooldown quicker. But they already buy out. This could be the last hurrah here for Na'Vi trying to defend.
I don't know. I think this AA has been the bane of their existence. Of course, the Batriders had some great lassos and initiations, and the Spectre ulti, of course, but this lack of healing and them not being able to blink or do anything is really just crippling them in these team fights.
Can't give enough compliments here. Newbie have thrown together quite the draft, while Na'Vi are kind of doing a bit of a throwback for their draft. Giving homage to an old school lineup here is it doesn't seem to be working out to their benefit. It's old school, this Death Drop. There's a reason why this hero is constantly banned and picked out, like 96, 97% of the time, I want to say. It's a bit out of control, and I would be quite surprised if either they don't pick it up for themselves or they don't ban it out right next game. Right, here we go. Moving on up and in here. They jump on forward, grab it. It's caught out. Big RB by Dendy, but a nice force step does save him. And now they're going to try to fight outside the base. Dendy does score one back out here. How does go down? 4 more seconds. He's going to pop with that Aegis on hand, and Rabbit already buys back to get into the fray. No one down on the side of Newbie, but there's your haunt. Quickly shuffling Na'Vi and rallying them back into the fountain, and allowing the opportunity for Newbie to take it right to their mid lane here. Fortification's already popped up, but it falls just like that. Same is going to follow with the racks. Both racks going to be quickly taken down right here. And here we go, the last hurrah here for Na'Vi as they try to bring up a formula to that. They're pushing on through the catch out Howl on the backside here. Now, mind you, he's more than likely one of the buyback available. Even if they take it down once, he won't be able to rise once again. Oh, and pops the cheese. It's Gouda as he moves back in. Funny, able to slip away from that one. And not the same person. Let me go, man. Transport in the meantime gets bursted down. There's 2. Sonic screen to fly back. Howl very, very low. Does end up falling. 100-second death timer. Funny also gets the right click down there as the last does come out with Rubik. The bows. Oh, the bows picked up, thrown down. Tapped. Look at this. His whole little return of the rocket barrage. And, well, and he says, stop that shit, and quickly slams him down. Picks up his gem and says, valiant effort, my friend. Now, this is all just a attempted defense here for Na'Vi, as it's going to take a lot more than this for them to come back into the game. It's Mu, though, who's going to be zoned back from this rocket. So. Oh,
no. His courier was flying to get his purse from the secret shop, and I think the catapult and the range creeps just turned and hit it and killed it.
Oh, the Na'Vi courier.
The poor Na'Vi courier. It only had the recipe on it at least, but I guess it doesn't really matter.
Oh, well. Anyways,
that was still a pretty decent defense there for Na'Vi. I mean,
a formidable defense, but regardless, objective complete, I guess you could say. The tier 3 and the racks do fall, so.
You killed me with that Gouda.
Sometimes I kill myself. I slay me. Here we go. Mu, though, trying to slow the roll here of Na'Vi as they begin to shoot down this mid lane here, and times are tough here.
It's crazy, because Savos is still top net worth.
I mean, this guy farms like no other, especially with this kind of a hero. It's, you know, nothing to scoff at, but there's only so much one hero can do, but when you're going against kind of a lineup of a dramatic Ice Blast, the Exorcism, and, well, your Spectre, who's now building up a wealth of farm, 4.3k for him, and he is not going to need to buy back, so he can just kind of reserve all the gold he wants, and if he wants to go and build up some extra damage for himself, he already has Satanic here, but with MKB and... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at Vos here. He has the Manta, yeah, but I don't know. From here on out, I mean, what do you imagine? Does he go just kind of with his own MKB kind of a damage? Does he just get fucking... I don't even know, man. How at this point?
I don't know. I really don't. I'm not too sure. Like
the
rapier,
a refresher. I mean, even a refresher would be kind of something nice, I guess.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think rapier would do much because he's not really hitting people for that hard anymore, and everybody's HP pool is insanely high.
Yeah. Hard times here, though, and that's something we could see is now Havos builds up plenty of gold for himself. Both teams, I guess, just kind of going to farm it up here to consider going for the last hurrah, but every time I say that, it's
not the last one.
Yeah, it's like the second, third, fourth. We're on like round number 10 right here. It's both teams bring it out. Na'Vi really making Newbie work for this one.
Hal went for some interesting items. He went this BKB build, which I don't really see Spectre building BKB too often, and then he went into the Manta instead of the Heart when he already had the Vitality booster. I like the Manta, but oh, Dendi might be going for a flank here.
Oh, top lane, trying to jump in first. There's your relocate. They're trying to go with the surprise factor here. Oh, and Hal gets caught out. They're trying to burst him down, and they have the damage to bring him down. Nice RP catches both. Hal goes down. Immediate buyback in Monto. Will bring him right back to the fight, and there's an immediate double kill from Hal. Vos cannot hold it, and he ends up falling, and that's all it takes.
What a hero.
Ultra kill, yeah, what a hero indeed. Buyback, slams down the R button, and it forces Na'Vi to raise the white flag in game number 1 here in a best of 3. They will not be able to hold it.
That last fight was basically precision there by Na'Vi, and it's even though they did it all perfectly and at their best possible, like it's too little, too late at this point. Dendi actually used his spells basically perfectly there. He RP'd, BKB'd, like waited for like the whole duration, got silenced, 3 BKB'd, used another ulti, and it still wasn't enough. They had all the damage in the world, but the buyback